Color Me Mine is located in Portland. Now, I went a little off track. It wasn't part of our provided resources, but another student in the discussion board said that she was going to do it as well, and I thought I'd give it a go.
Okay, so I'm doing pick and paint pottery. I'm dragging my brother along.
We made a reservation online, picked out a pot we wanted to paint, directions were on the table, and got some glazes. It cost $8 to paint, and price basically depends on what you decide to paint. Smaller items range from $15 to $20, and it goes up from there. I was a little nervous we were going to be the oldest ones there. However, that was not the case. There was groups of teenagers. It was very COVID friendly. As you can see, we kept our mask on the whole time. And a week later, we picked up our pots after it was fired. I was so excited to unwrap it and finally see the end results. So it turned out pretty well. I'm impressed. I'm glad that I did this, supported small business, and tried something new. I enjoy anything that's hands-on, so this really worked well for me. Something I've never done before, an all-around good experience.
Okay, and we're on to the next. In September of 2020, the Portland Museum of Art announced an open call for artists. This was open to all medium. The only requirement is the art had to be made in 2020 from a Maine artist. Over 900 artists submit, and without giving too much away, stay tuned for the short film. It was really interesting.
The events of 2020 profoundly impacted artists in different ways. From personal hardships due to the COVID-19 pandemic, concerns around the election and political instability, and solidarity with the coalescing movement against systematic racism, featured works in Untitled 2020 record how artists working in Maine were coping with and responding to this pivotal moment in our history.
After watching this short film, reflecting on 2020, it is crystal clear from both the abundance of submissions and the selected artwork that artists working in Maine in 2020 were as resilient, steadfast, and passionate as ever. In retrospect, this expedition will serve as a visual time capsule of a historical movement, and with time, hindsight may just appear as 2020. And finally, on my last adventure, I decided to visit a pottery studio. This is Neighbourhood Clay, and it's in Damariscotta, Maine. I've never been here before, but it's a great little retail shop. It's also a full working studio where she holds classes for all skill levels. Now, I didn't actually attend a class with Liz, the owner. I had a little bit of an inside. I worked with this guy. He is a potter who spends a lot of his time at Neighbourhood Clay. It was a great experience to meet somebody who also works in my medium, where we shared tips, tricks, techniques, and just the whole experience. This is something I wouldn't have done if it wasn't for this class. So I hope you guys enjoyed.